Okay, so a lot of people might be nervous to do videos on something like this, but I actually got quite excited to do this video. Hey everyone, so my name is Jax. I'm a health coach, nutritionist. I struggled for anorexia for 12 years and I've been in recovery for about 2 years. So my advice comes from a place of, yes, education for the nutrition side of things, but I want to bring you guys into my journey through recovery because there are still things today that terrify me and that I struggle with every single day. During my battle with anorexia, I didn't have a lot of friends and I wasn't honest and open about a lot of things. So what I want to do today is just like start this thing where you guys are friends. That's why I'm sitting on a couch as I would if I had a friend over and chatting to them about experiences that I've had. This is what this is about, because you know when girlfriends give each other advice, or girlfriends, boyfriends, whoever's watching this, you're just someone that's welcome into my recovery in this completely honest, safe and open space. Ask questions if you want to. I ain't gonna be censoring myself the way that I would around something impersonal. I just genuinely am excited to open up about this. So subscribe to my channel if you guys just like being a friend along in this recovery process, or if you want someone to go along with it with you, just subscribe. We go through it together. We experience the highs and the lows, keep each other like motivated and accountable. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. There's loads of advice out there on, oh, how to nutritionally recover, how to socially recover, like with friends and family. I'm like, dude, what about the freaking dating? That is what I want to know, because there ain't no manual on that. So the best thing I can do is share experiences with you. And I'm going to start off with what dating was like during my anorexia phase. Now, my boyfriend back then, we were together for a few years, and I would always choose to go out for coffee instead of a meal because I was repulsed at the thought of eating in front of someone. I was like, that's gonna like put them off me. I don't want them to think I eat food. That's disgusting. Then they'll say, oh, I get why she's that weight. Or they'll always see me as someone that eats food. And for me, I associated that with being unattractive because I was like, if I eat, then that makes me fat and that makes me unlovable. That's the anorexia thoughts. And like I said in my last video, those do pop up a lot. And the difference is you don't act on them. You acknowledge them. You say, you ain't good enough for me. Thoughts, go away. When I was anorexic and I was dating, and I also suffered with a lot with bulimia back then, I would lie a lot. I was so ashamed and repulsed at myself that I lied with my boyfriend. I was so disgusted if I ate during that day that I would lie about not wanting to see him at the end of the day. I was so tired because I was so malnourished that I didn't have energy to be with him or to see him or to be present when we were together. In fact, sometimes when we like whoopied and wooed, ribs broke. Okay, ribs and bones freaking broke on my body. That showed you how frail I was. Just literally doing nothing. Sorry if this is TMI. Sorry if this is not PG, folks, but this is just the truth and the honesty and the reality. My ribs cracked twice. So yeah, I just thought that would just, oh, come on, rug. Cooperate with me. So that is, yeah, the brutal, honest part of recovery is, one, the lying, two, the guilt, the constant guilt about not being able to be there for them or not being present the whole time, or the entire time you're with them, you're thinking about food or you're thinking about your body. It was the worst. I would go on a meltdown on date night because I felt disgusting in everything. And the whole point behind that advice is, how can you let someone love you when you hate and you are repulsed by yourself? So that's where I was coming from, and that was the mindset that I brought in with my recovery. And when I started dating, I was like, I need to be everything I can so that I don't go back to being that human being, because you start to love yourself in recovery. You start to realize, I'm freaking worth this fight, and you got to find someone that believes you're worth that fight too. Now, the first thing is the scary hurdle of eating in front of someone that isn't necessarily a friend or isn't necessarily a family member. That was one thing I really had to come to terms with. I'm eating in front of someone that doesn't know my story. How are they going to react? What are they going to think about me? How am I going to react? Do I tell them? I'm going to be anxious. Honestly, it becomes this monologue in your head and you're like, geez, Jax, it's just a freaking meal. But you know, it's part of the thought process, that panic, and the first time you do it, it feels uncomfortable. It's like you're uncomfortable in your own skin. And then the next time that, sorry, I'm speaking to you guys as though genuinely I'm speaking to a friend, because that's what this is. This is like a friendly chat on when friends share advice with each other to help each other through certain situations, which is why this is cash AF. Anyway, back to the story. And then you start dissecting, oh, can I order this specific type of meal? Maybe I should order a salad in them. Here's something that I learned. No one's judging the food you eat. No one gives two kitty winkles what it says about you if you order a pasta or a salad. And I'm telling you now, it is an unhealthy mindset to find someone that gives a poodle about that, because then you're just perpetuating that thought. The whole point is to move forwards with every part of your life being pure, and that includes the people you let in. Second thing I would think about was, oh dear goodness, do I tell them about my eating disorder? Do I act all, because what I would do before, I would act super confident and yeah, hashtag I love my body and I love my food. I used to lie about how much I loved food to overcompensate for the fact that I was hiding how scared I was of food. But I was like, no. Yes, it may be TMI for a lot of people when I'm like, this is my story. Do I hide my Instagram feed? Do I hide my YouTube channel? But the point is, if I lied once, I would be back as that human being during my anorexia. And that would have gone against every single part of my recovery and my recovery mind, my recovery thought process. Yeah, there are things that's inappropriate and not appropriate. I'm not going to tell him how my bowel movements were affected on the first go and then start speaking about hair foliage. What I'm just doing is just being honest about who I am today. And who I am today is because what I made it through yesterday. And guys, you should feel like freaking rock stars for being in recovery, for managing to pull yourself out of that spiral, and for being at a point where you're watching this video because you're in a point where okay, I'm gonna do it, Jack. I'm gonna start dating again. I'm gonna eat in front of someone and I'm not gonna give two poodles. And this is just to tell you that the panic, it's okay. But the point is, the whole crucible of any sort of eating disorder is, it starts when you lie to yourself and then you start lying to other people. So don't ever let that lying factor in. Don't, because it puts you back and the line starts getting blurry. Well, maybe I could just lie about the fact that what I would do is I would say, I've already eaten, so do you mind if I just have a coffee? And that was something I would realize every single time these little habits wanted to creep up because of this insecurity. I would say, no, Jax, no. The next thing is sleeping over at someone's house. The thought of not being able to exercise in the morning or anything like that, that was terrifying for me. What really helped me, guys, was when I think we all treat them like our partners, whether it's a guy or a girl, whatever you're into, whatever floats your boat, we treat them like kind of douchebags. We assume that they're going to judge us and run away the second we tell them about any of this. But that kind of makes us the assholes, because we just assume that. We assume the worst. We assume people will judge us as harshly as we judge ourselves. And like I said, if they do, then they're not that person that's going to be good for you in your recovery. But just being honest about them when you have a moment of anxiety, something like that, it is petrifying, but that honesty, it takes away the anxiousness, because you realize, this isn't as scary as I thought it was, and you have someone to go through it with you. And the last and final thing I want to tell you is, so we may feel comfortable eating out at restaurants because, let's be real, we have control over what we're going to order, what can be removed. Dudes, letting someone cook for you, whether it's a sandwich or a piece of toast, is freaking terrifying, because you're just so what do you put in it? But I'm asking amounts and grammage. I'm just curious because I want to remake it. No. Give up the control. There is nothing that terrifies us more than giving up the control, because an eating disorder is all about having that severe sense of control. So like I do in a lot of my videos, I say inhale, exhale, let go of that freaking control. I hope this is a little bit helpful. Guys, I'm still navigating these waters. So if I have a revelation, I will let you guys know. But if you do like this type of content, these type of revelations, just seriously give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me along this journey, and yeah, let's see where it goes together. Bye.